Go ahead.
Okay, well, good morning, everybody. My name is Candace Rains. I'm the Deputy Superintendent of Business Services for the Paris Union High School District. I know I don't look a whole lot like Grant Bennett, our superintendent, or Sally Myers. I'm doing a double pinch hit this morning for both of them. They both send their regrets. So for better or for worse, you are stuck with me this morning. With that, I'd like to begin our ceremony with a prayer from Cameron Stevens of Student Venture Club. That will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance from Councilman Dines.
Good morning, everybody. Congratulations, students. This is always an amazing time to gather together and celebrate you. So let's do that and start with a word of prayer. Join me now. Father, we come before you this morning, and we are very grateful. We are so thankful for this opportunity that even though we cannot gather together, we can still gather in this way. So even though we're separate, we are still able to come together and celebrate these students and their accomplishments and all that they've done thus far this year. And Father, we just pray a blessing upon their lives, a blessing over them, especially all that they've had to endure as students, the transition that they've had to make to adjust, to adapt to the season that we're in, and yet they still come out shining bright. Thank you, Father, for their lives. Thank you for their hard work. I pray, Father, that you would just continue to guide them and direct them through this year, and also the plans that you have had for them as they continue to pursue life beyond high school. So, Father, thank you again also for the administrators, the teachers, the parents, the staff, the community support for these students and for each other. Lord, may we continue to grow stronger together. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Would you please join me in the pledge to our nation's flag? Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance. Oops, stand up here. The flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, thank you. The Student of the Month program was founded in 1988. That means it's our 22nd year. The mission and history of the program, for those of you that may not know or may be watching later, the Student of the Month program is a local high school recognition program supported by the community to acknowledge and honor college, vocational, trade school bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, commitment to academics, participation in athletics, school activities, community service, or the ability to persevere and overcome difficult life circumstances in a setting that honors God, country, family, community, and free enterprise. So with that, let's get to the program, and I'd love to begin by introducing our principals and our students. So first, from Paris High School, Mr. Santos, did we find Kalani?
She's having some technical issues, so we're trying to troubleshoot through that. So she'll be joining us pretty soon.
Okay, maybe if you would just send Sarah or I a message either through chat or through text, and we'll introduce her when she's able to join.
Okay.
And then we've now just met Mr. Juan Santos, who's the principal of Paris High School. I'd next like to introduce from Paris Lake High School, Selena Bach. Selena, if you want to just wave so we can all see you. And her principal, and I can't see everyone's faces, so I'm going to assume that we're moving right along. Our principal of Paris Lake High School, Dr. Pauline Garcia. Good morning. Good morning. From Heritage High School, our student Daisy Garcia. Good morning, Daisy. And her principal, Mr. Mark Carroll.
Good morning.
From Paloma Valley High School, our student is Antonio Milan. And I'm looking for, oh, there he is. Good morning. And principal, Dr. Jennifer Tomasian.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Okay, I would now like to welcome our Chamber of Commerce representatives who would like to say a few words. From the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Kirk Skorpanich, who's also our Assistant Superintendent of HR, will say a few words. And from the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, Ignacio Valdivina. Representing CR&R. So we'll start it off with you, Kirk.
Great. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here virtually
And it's always an honor to recognize our outstanding students of the month. We have just amazing students. And one of the things that I tell all of our students of the month is in the Paris Union High School District, we have about 10,000 students, and we only recognize 4 on a monthly basis. And so it's a huge honor to be able to recognize you guys here today. And I'm really looking forward to the stories that you have to share. And I also want to just remind you and let you know that, you know, the entire business community, particularly in Menifee, is completely behind you and supports you. And we're here for you. We want you to go out and do great things. You've already established a reputation of excellence. We want you to continue to go and to do great things, and then come back and contribute to our community and be part of that. And we're here for you. We're here to support you. I also want to recognize that another one of our board of director members, and that's Amanda Fine with the Eastern Municipal Water District. So Amanda's there. And just one final thing before I let you go. So students, we're really proud of you, and families and staff and parents. I also want to remind you that we have a special event happening this evening that the Chamber is doing, and that's our annual State of the City. And this year we have Mayor Zimmerman that's going to be there, and Councilman Dines, I know, is going to be part of that. And we encourage you to participate in that. We have watch parties tonight at 4 o'clock, so make sure you attend that and hear about all the great things that are happening in our community. So students, congratulations. We're very, very proud of you, and look forward to all the great things that are going to be happening in the future. Thank you.
And Ignacio? I see your screen, but there it goes. Mr. Santos, would you like to say a few words from the Paris Valley Oh, you're Paris Valley Rotary. There's my first mess up. Do we have anyone else here from Paris Valley Chamber?
Yes,
Oh, there we go. You got it working. Good timing. I was going to make something up for you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ignacio Valdivia. I am the president of the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce. We are honored to take part in this great organization and honor all of the students here. Students, we would congratulate you on all your hard work. You guys are amazing, not just in academics, but on your community. So we wish you the best of luck for your upcoming year, and please remember to come back and visit us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ignacio. And I want to pause real quick in the program here. Mr. Santos has let us know that Kalani has joined us. So Kalani, if you want to just say good morning real quick to everybody, we're all here to recognize you.
Good morning. I hope all of you guys are having a great morning so far.
Thanks. We're glad you were able to join us and get past your technical difficulties.
Thank you.
So we want to give a great big thank you to our volunteers from the Paris Union High School District who put this entire program together from beginning to end. Anna Fetzner and Sarah Rico. Thank you, ladies. And we'd also like to thank our meal sponsors, and I'm only going to introduce those who I believe are present. From the City of Menifee, Councilman Dines and Mayor Bill Zimmerman. You want to just wave? From the City of Paris, I think we have Nancy Salazar. Morning, Nancy. Again, from CR&R, Ignacio. From Eastern Municipal Water District, I didn't see Ron Sullivan, but I do see Amanda Fine and Alma Ramirez. Good morning. From the Paris Union High School District, again, Anna Fetzner and Sarah Rico. Dr. Charles Newman. Kirk Skorpanich, and I don't believe I saw Joe Williams this morning. Joe, are you with us? Oh, there he is. He's on my second screen. Good morning, Joe. From the Riverside County Office of Education, Shelley Yarbrough, and I'm not sure if she's fixed her sound issue. She may not have heard me say that. From the Rotary Club of Paris, this is where I messed up before, Juan Santos. And I don't know, is Mike Barron's here?
Yep.
Good morning, Mike. Sarah, did I miss anyone?
Michael Schlesinger from Newport Pacific.
Good morning. Okay, moving on. Those who have donated to the Scholarship Fund for Student of the Year. And students, I want to let you know, as of today, that scholarship is up to $2,000 per Student of the Year. So that's good news, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. So we received scholarship donations from Eastern Municipal Water District. You met Amanda and you met Alma already. From Mike and Angel Behrens, you've met Mike Behrens already. From the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Kirk and Amanda, you also met. You keep hearing some of these names over and over again, and so that just shows us how much they're supportive of our program. And you've also heard these names again from the Rotary Club of Paris, Juan Santos and Mike Behrens. And Sarah, did anybody join that maybe I missed?
I'm not sure if they've joined us. Cynthia Garcia and Brenda Medina from Mount San Jacinto College. I believe Cynthia has joined us.
Yes, I do see Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, and then moving on to Student of the Year, we have gift sponsors who we will thank at the Student of the Year presentation, but Costco and CRNR, we want to offer more thank yous to them. And so students, what the Student of the Year process looks like is once we complete all of the Student of the Month, so every month, then Sarah and Anna will be sending each and every one of you an application. And so we encourage you to fill out those applications. It's a very competitive process, but one student from each school will become the Student of the Year for that school. We will bestow upon them a scholarship and lots of gifts. So it is quite an honor for you to be here at Student of the Month, and an even bigger honor if we see you again at Student of the Year. We have a number of dignitaries who are present today, and I'd like to start normally when we do this in person at Sizzler, they're beginning to walk up to the podium and they're standing in a line, but I'm actually going to introduce them one at a time just so that we don't forget. And all of these dignitaries will say a few words to each of our students, and we'll have certificates for you that Sarah will get to you at a later time. So we'll begin with Nancy Salazar from the City of Paris. Yeah, let's see. I know Nancy was here. I'm not seeing her anymore. Are you, Sarah?
No, let's go ahead and go with Councilman Dines, and then we can catch Nancy as she returns.
Okay. All right. Councilman Dines, take it away for us.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I just want to tell the students that what a great accomplishment you've done this month. Given the uncertain times and the distant learning, it's definitely a testament to your hard work and your support system you have to accomplish what you've done this month. It's for me, it's a pleasure to be here and to congratulate you on behalf of the city of Menifee, and I just look forward to the more and better great things you'll do in the future. So congratulations.
Great, thank you so much. And we also have Amber Smalley here representing Jeff Hewitt, Riverside County Supervisor. Amber, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, of course. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Amber, and on behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt, we would like to congratulate you on receiving the Student of the Month Award. The way that you guys have all learned to adapt and persevere really does speak volumes to not only the strength that you guys have, but your character and involvement in your school and your futures. So we continue to wish you the very best, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Amber. So there's a number of other individuals and offices that you will receive congratulatory certificates from. These are certificates you should save and put in your portfolio, brag to your siblings, to your peers at school, because they really do represent great meaning. And so you'll receive a certificate in addition to those who just spoke from Assemblyman Jose Medina, Senator Mike Morell's office, Senator Richard Roth, U.S. Congressman Mark Takano, U.S. Congressman Ken Calvert, and from the Riverside County Office of Education. Shelley, if you were able to get your sound working, will you would like to say something now? I know you're having issues.
I think I've got it fixed.
Oh, good. I didn't mean to skip you before. I just knew you couldn't. Go ahead and say your words now, Shelley.
Well, on behalf of the Riverside County Office of Education, congratulations to the students. We know that you had an enormous support behind you with family members and educators, and they saw something in you, and you project it well. And we're very proud of you. Please continue with your education. It's so important. And as I always say, it is the backbone or the beginning of the rest of your life, and your education will never leave you, never leave you. You will always lean back upon it. So keep going, and know that this town, this city, this community supports you in whatever you do. Congratulations.
Thank you. And from the Paris Union High School District, you will be receiving thank you cards and postage. You've heard a long portion of the presentation already where I've listed person after person after person. And so we will be sending you, I think it's about 5 or 6 pages long, a list of those individuals with their names and their addresses so that you can write them thank you notes. And these are the kinds of thank you notes that you use a pen or a pencil and you write. You don't tweet it or put it through your printer and, glue it into the thank you card, but you're actually going to write a thank you card, and you're going to get those to your principal, who will put them in the mail and send them to all of our sponsors. And I know that they look forward to getting those every month. So hopefully you'll follow through with that, students. So I think if anybody's keeping track, I think I'm on my second mistake so far, and I have neglected to introduce another one of our scholarship donors, and that's the Paris Union Management Association, and that is Erica Tejeda, who is, I believe, the president this year. So Erica, if you want to wave and say hello, and I'm sorry for missing you.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to all of you.
Okay. All right. Now, students, you'll also be getting a gift bag with a number of gifts. Some of those will come from the City of Menifee, some from the City of Paris, and then also those postage and thank you cards from Paris Union High School District. So with that, it is time to get on to the most important part of our program. So here's how this is going to work. As you know, we have 4 students. And so each student will have a presentation that hopefully will last no more than 6 minutes. So here's the order that it's going to happen in. First, the principal will begin, and they will have 1 minute to talk about their student. And then the nominating teacher will follow the principal, and they will also have a minute. The student, now my notes say 2.5 minutes, and for Miss Bennett and other people that can do math, this doesn't total to 6 minutes, but we'll try to stick, roughly here. So the students, you'll have about 2.5 minutes to talk about your story. Students, as part of when you are speaking to us, we'd like to ask that you remember to introduce your family and any guests that you have with us, introduce and thank your teacher, share your college and career goals, and then share about your current school life, even though this year is much different than any other year. We did ask the students to be prepared to share an answer to at least one of the following heartfelt questions, and those are: what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? What do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take away with you to college? How do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle you've overcome. So with that, we're going to begin with Paris High School Principal Juan Santos. And just like always, you'll go through your portion of the program, and then if you'll introduce the next student, please. So with that, Juan, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Well, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Kalani Buchanan, who is one of our great students at Paris High School, and also her teacher, is Angie Osuna, who recommended her. As we started the nomination process for this this month, for the Students of the Month, it was without a doubt one of those times where you can see that there was going to be something different. And the reason why that was because we received, usually I put it out to the entire staff to nominate any senior from our entire class to nominate some students. Ms. Osuna was the first one that responded with Kalani's name. Then we had another teacher that responded with Kalani's name. Then I had a third teacher with Kalani's name, all in a matter of about an hour, because of the person who she has become. As I started talking to some of our teachers and understanding more about Kalani, I know her from school, but not as well as some of our teachers do. It was amazing to hear the joy in which they described Kalani and the growth that they have seen in her, from being a student who kind of struggled when she started in 9th grade to the young woman that she's become. She's a true testament to a student who decided to kind of turn it around and is a believer and started believing in extracurricular activities. Her involvement in cheer and her involvement in BSU are some of the things that I think when she decided to join us, she started changing, and I don't know if it started right before that or if it started when she joined those activities. I'm sure she'll let us know in a little bit, but extracurricular activities is something that made a huge difference in her life. And from what all of our teachers are saying about her, she has turned around in amazing fashion to the point where she's a leader in our classroom, in our classes. And a lot of our teachers and actually some of our students in our class wanted to join this Student of the Month celebration so they can all celebrate with her, because that's the type of influence that she's had, not just in our classrooms, but also in our school. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Kalani Buchanan.
Hi, my name is Kalani, and with me today is my grandmother, which is also my legal guardian. She has raised me since I was a baby. And some of the questions that you guys have sent me to answer, I answered all of them. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that, but I answered was, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? I said that I have abilities to mentor other students that have similar things that I went through. Also, I have the opportunity to join the cheer team and the dance team at Paris High School. It has helped me come a long way because me personally, I came from an MPS school and I really struggled. I had difficulties and challenges in my life that I had to overcome. And coming from an MPS my sophomore year and going into Paris High, I transferred over full time and I joined the cheer and dance team and link crew in BSU. And it really helped me maintain my grades and be more involved into the school. I like to help other students also. And the question that you guys asked us was, what college do you plan? Where do you plan to attend college? And I plan to go to Moreno Valley College for 2 years and take up sociology and transfer over to UC Santa Barbara and continue taking sociology, biology, and chemistry. After I'm done with that, I would like to go into medical school because I want to become a pediatrician doctor. And I think that's all I have. Oh, I would like to answer this one other question. Is a way that I've been giving back to the community is basically by helping other kids. I want to open up a group home and a foster home when I'm done with school and help kids that are like me and encourage them to be the best that they could be, that no matter what you go through in life, you can make it, you can do it. That's all I have to say. And I will now give this off to Mrs. Suna. And I thank Mrs. Suna and I thank all of you guys for giving me this opportunity to be here today.
Good morning, everyone. It is really quite an honor to be here before you to speak to you about Kalani. In all my years with the Paris Union High School District, I have never seen a student make a complete transformation the way Kalani has. I know she doesn't know this, but I've known her for a lot longer than these past 2 years that she's been my student. When she was in middle school as a 7th grader, my sister would tell me these stories about a young girl that she worked with. At that time, I didn't know who she was. All I knew is that she was constantly in trouble. And it was not until she got to Paris High School that I found out that it was the same young girl that that my sister was mentioning to me. Today, however, I don't want to speak to you about that girl. I want to speak to you about the amazing young woman that Kalani has become. I want to let you know, Kalani, how proud I am of you and how hard it is for me to speak right now, because I know that you've overcome so many adversities. And as a result, when I think about you, Kalani, I think of success. I think of an inspiration, and one of the reasons why I love my job. You're a great example of what a successful student looks like and a great role model for our students. I have no doubt in my mind that you will do great things, and I am very, very, very proud to call myself your teacher. Thank you.
Would Grandma like to say anything?
Yeah, she will.
Yes. Miss Lee, I'm very proud of my granddaughter. Like her teacher said, that she have came a long, long ways. And I think I did a pretty good job with her by getting her to understand about life. She had to earn her space in life before she can be anything. And she take her abilities, her learning abilities, to the high most. And she will succeed. And she's shown me that she can do it. And I'm very proud of her. And I'd like to thank each and every last one of the teachers, counselors, sponsors that helped her at the school right along with me. And I like to thank the ones that called me when she got out of control. And so I can come up there and put her back in check.
Thank you, Grandma. Thank you for everything you've done. Kalani, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes as educators, we have certain cases or certain situations that we deal with that kind of re-energizes us for many years, remembering students who become successful in the school. And your story and your award is going to be one of those moments for many of us that is going to keep us going for years to come. So thank you for being so amazing at our school. With that, I'd like to now introduce Ms. Pauline Garcia, who's going to introduce her student of the month for Paris Lake.
Good morning. I am so honored and very humbled to share a few words with you about Selena Bach. Selena had struggled during her first couple of years in high school, but she turned it around. She enrolled at Paris Lake High School her junior year, and during her junior year, she maintained a 2.2 GPA. At the 6-week progress period during the current year, Selena had earned above a 4.0 GPA. In addition, she had already completed 4 courses. She ended the quarter with a 3.8 GPA and has completed all of her courses for graduation. Selena is an example of a student who does not give up, pushes past obstacles, and accomplishes her goals gracefully. She plans to attend Mount San Jacinto College in the spring and would like to become an anesthesiologist. We are so proud of Selena and want to celebrate her success with all of you. So at this time, I would like to introduce to you the Paris Lake High School Student of the Month, Miss Selena Bach.
Hello, am I supposed to do my speech? I think so, okay. My name is Selena Bach, and I have my father here with me today, along with my coach, Mr. Rossi. Today, I am a graduate of Paris Lake High School. Along the way, the people that were very supportive of me were my teachers at Paris Lake, my father, and Miss Kim Cooper. I deal with most of the things on my own, but it was nice to know they were there for me. I believe that what I learned most in high school that I'll be carrying with me to college is that though it may seem difficult to manage school while making time for other things, I must always have my priorities straight and never let my temptations get in the way of my education. I think that with this mindset, I'll be able to continue from high school and head into college prepared for the things that will come my way. Some of my hobbies in my free time when I'm not logged into classes during distance learning include art, such as drawing and sculpting, but I also enjoy watching TV and listening to music. I plan on giving back to my community by becoming an anesthesiologist to help those who are in need. I'll be going to Mount San Jacinto College next semester, starting January, to pursue my goals and beginning to build my career in anesthesiology. I want to thank those for the acknowledgement and personally thank all the sponsors for their generosity. My family and I appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
It looks like Mr. Rossi is having some technical difficulties.
Okay, we're all going to interpret that as your admiration for the student. Okay, good. Double thumbs up. Okay, Pauline, take it away and you can introduce your next principal.
Well, I didn't know if Dad wanted to have
Yes,
a
thank
moment to say a few words. You're on mute.
He said no.
All right. I said yes, but she said no. I'm proud that Selena was recognized as Student Month. Thank you to the teachers, the principal at Paris Lake, and I'm looking forward to seeing her succeed in life, as she moves on. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all very proud of Selena. Congratulations again. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Mark Carroll, principal of Heritage High School.
Good morning, distinguished guests, students, and families. It's great to see everyone here and all our deserving students. I'm fortunate this morning to share with you Daisy Garcia. Daisy Garcia is a leader. She's an unassuming leader, both on the campus and in the classroom. And her teacher's present today and be able to share with you in a few moments exactly how she demonstrates that in the classroom. But I can tell you firsthand how she impacts our campus. So Daisy is part of our Parent Engagement Leadership Institute team. And so with that, I'm fortunate to have 3 students that provide me student voice in our decisions. And so it pays dividends. Just recently, our students, Daisy and our students brought to us some ideas to how to message Heritage High School better in the community. And we took that and we started to share those things with her. And then as I noticed, I was seeing more great things that Daisy Garcia has done and is doing still on the campus. And at the same time, believe it or not, as we were soliciting for our Student of the Month, her teachers, like Mr. Garcia was sharing earlier, the nominations started to flood in. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Emma Bennett, her math teacher, to share with you her academics.
All right, good morning, everybody. As Mr. Carroll said, I am Emma Bennett, and I am fortunate enough to have Daisy actually twice a day. She is my avid tutor, but she works in my Algebra 1 Restarts, which is the classes for all of our students that have unfortunately failed algebra before and now are retaking it to do better this time. And I have her in my dual enrollment college algebra class. And I am so lucky to have her because originally she was supposed to be in an avid class as an avid tutor with the avid 10 students. And Miss Gonzalez, our avid counselor, had asked her if she would be willing to work with me with my algebra students because the class is a very high EL population and some of them don't speak English at all. And for me as a English only speaking teacher, I was having a lot of trouble. And so she has stepped in. She's willing to come on the asynchronous time and work with my students who need to ask those questions in Spanish because they can't translate into English for me. She answers all their emails. She makes PowerPoints for me that are in Spanish so that my Spanish speaking students can see them, and then she shares them with me so I can use them in my other classes. It's just been a blessing to have her. And then she's in my dual enrollment class as well, and she is doing exceptional in that class. She's always doing her work. I have no problems with her on that. And she's one of those students that makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself during the distance learning. She participates. She always is saying goodbye to me where it makes me feel like, hey, there's actually students listening to me right now. So I am just so thankful for everything that Daisy has done and continues to do for me and my students and then in my class as a whole. And I'm very happy. This morning was the first time I got to meet her in person because she got to come down to the school. And during this time, I'm new to Heritage as of last year. I didn't have any of the upperclassmen last year, so I didn't get to meet her in person till this morning, but I'm very thankful for her and everything that she does. So I'm going to pass it on to Daisy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Daisy, and today I'm accompanied by my parents and my sister. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate all the other students for their hard work and dedication. So these past 4 years here at Heritage have been amazing. It has been a true blessing to be supported by God, my family, friends, counselor, teachers, and all the staff members who have played a vital role in the person I am today. As a freshman, the biggest challenge I had was adapting to a large high school. I grew up in the small town of Nuevo, and coming to Heritage was a drastic change. I'm not gonna lie, I cried the first few weeks of school because I didn't know how I was gonna manage everything. However, the mental and emotional support that I received from the staff here at Heritage helped me get through it. My counselor, Mrs. Gonzalez, encouraged me to get involved with different programs on campus. I have been an avid NFFA student for the past 4 years, have participated in Friday Night Live, PTSA, the Parent Engagement Leadership Institute, and other clubs here and there. Being involved has helped me strengthen many skills, and thus I have developed a sense of compassion for helping others with their high school journey. In a few months, I will be attending college, and I hope to enjoy a career in the medical field. I have recently been accepted into CBU, but will explore other colleges as well. Even though my senior year has not been what I expected, I am thankful for being here today and accepting this award. I would like to thank Mr. Harrell, Ms. Bennett, our superintendent, Mr. Bennett, and all of our sponsors for their support and generosity. Thank you.
Daisy, I understand you have a family member you'd like to share?
I'm gonna have my sister.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of my family, we would like to thank everyone involved with this event and for making it possible for our students. We first would like to express gratitude to God for blessing us with such a kind-hearted and sweet girl. We are extremely proud of Daisy and the young lady she has become. Through the years, Daisy has blossomed into an outstanding student who strives to do her best in all that she does, and she genuinely cares not only about her family and her friends, but everybody that surrounds her. We are thankful that Daisy is surrounded by amazing staff here at Heritage who has always the best interest in her, who always motivate her, who help her get out of her comfort zone and allow her to reach her goals and support her. We are very excited to see what the future holds for Daisy as she's going to enter a new chapter in her life. And we're so proud of her. We love her. And Daisy, we want you to know that you have our support today, tomorrow, and always. And once again, thank you to all the wonderful sponsors and congratulations to all the students we're celebrating today.
Thank you very much. Ms. Garcia, the older sister there, is actually one of our Paris Union High School District employees as well. So the family has been doing an outstanding job of supporting our district. And of course, we're giving them the same love in return. So at this time, I also like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Tomasian, principal of Paloma Valley High School, and her amazing student.
Good morning, everybody. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Antonio Milan. Antonio, you know, when Mr. Santos told his story about his student and every teacher wanting to nominate that student, it reminded me of Antonio. I did the same thing, put out the call for who should be our student of the month, and it was one teacher after another saying, this young man is absolutely amazing and needs to be recognized. I absolutely concur. He has a 4.13 GPA, so above straight A's. At the end of this year, he'll have taken 15 AP courses and earned some college credit. He got a 5 on his AP Computer Science exam, which is just outstanding. Antonio is the biggest advocate for himself, for others, for anyone who is in need. He actually served last year on our Superintendent's Advisory Council to help, you know, our superintendent be able to connect with students and hear from students and hear their voice. I remember meeting Antonio his freshman year. He was kind and polite, and I knew in an instant that he was going to leave his mark on Paloma Valley High School. And so I will leave it up to him to tell his story. Antonio, take it away.
Welcome and thank you all for attending. This is my mom, Anna Gonzalez, and my mentor, Mr. Skull, is also attending. My name is Antonio Moy, as previously stated, and my speech demonstrates that I have a disability called cerebral palsy. It's a neurological disorder that affects my speech, walking, and overall motor functions. I received this diagnosis during my birth after I revived from death's door. For much of my childhood, I was unable to speak, move, or eat on my own, closely resembling a soulless body, but my mind was fully intact. After years of mind-numbing isolation that came from my disability, I slowly inched my way towards normalcy. Life has always been hard, but it also made me strong, and this is my greatest asset. I overcame the barriers in front of me and achieved educational success. Currently, I want to become a neurologist since aiding others has always been my passion. At the moment, I am applying to Stanford and several other California colleges. But this success is not only my own. Students and teachers alike assisted me through my educational journey. In my moments of downfall and frustration, my peers would come to my aid, even if it made them late to class. Furthermore, my boy mentor, Mr. Segal, opened his classroom to me during lunch. He would provide me with utensils to make my life easier. Um, uh, open packages that I struggled with, and cleaned up a mess after I ate, although it was not his job to do so. This compassion that I felt reverberated throughout my educational journey to create a platform for my success. But I do want to add that my story is rare. Although my community assists me, there has always been educational barriers when concerning my disability. Throughout my school career, school officials have always created blockades around the help I desperately needed. There is a systematic oppression toward people with disabilities in the educational world that is caused by a deficit in humanistic values. In my eyes, this sad truth is disgusting and disowns American values. As a pursuit of happiness is a truth that everyone should hold near and dear to their heart. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I appreciate your time. I'll move on to Mr. Segal if he's here.
Yes, I had the pleasure of teaching Antonio for math. Antonio was my student as a freshman. I remember him distinctly. He was needing help, but he was always willing to give help also. He was, I'm going to say, the most helpful student in the room. Even with his disability, he was just a great human being, always willing to help everybody. Like all the emails that came in about him, they were all the same things I thought, about how he's always positive no matter the situation. Even with his disability, I always thought about the bright side on things and figured out how to overcome something. And with that, I think he's one of the hardest working students I've ever met. And I'm always glad he comes in. We don't have lunch now for him to come in, but he somehow sneaks into all my classes during the day to come say hi and, go over the math a little bit and talk about life. So I'm so glad to know him. Feels like now it's 4 years that I've had him in my classes, and just been a very great pleasure to get to know Antonio over the 4 years and see him grow into a young adult, and wish him a lot of future success as he goes to Stanford, hopefully.
Antonio, we've got Mom there. Do you think does she want to say a few words?
Yeah, I believe she wants to say a few words.
Yes. Hi, my name is Ana Gonzalez, and I'm the mother of this young man, Antonio. I'm very proud and grateful, and I feel so blessed to have such an intelligent and bright son. I am amazed at how, I'm sorry, I'm nervous, on how determined he is to achieve his goals. I remember when I was told that he will never be capable of walking or talking. It makes me so happy to see what he is capable of and what he has achieved. It was a long and hard road, but thanks to God to give me a son who is a living miracle. Thank you.
Thank you all for listening.
Great job. And with that, I kick it back to Miss Candace Rains.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Tomasian. And Mr. Rossi has been able to join us and hopefully take care of his technical issues. So we wanted just to give him a minute to talk about his student. Let's cross our fingers and hope this works this time, Mr. Rossi. Okay.
Candace?
Yes.
Can I hold up my phone? He's on my phone right now. I don't know if that would work.
Let's give it a try.
Mr. Rossi?
Uh-oh. Yeah, sounds like there's a lot of background noise. Hopefully you can hear me though. Just real quick, I will just mention that I am very happy that Selena got picked for Student of the Month. She is an incredible student. Hopefully that stopped the background feed as I just logged out. But again, I wanted to just say that Selena was awesome to overcome not only adversity, as I heard a lot other have from the past for last year. There were some instances where she got in trouble, didn't do too well, but this year it was a complete turnaround. But my take on it is her ability to overcome adversity during the time that we're in, and that is online learning. Out of all my students, she was not only participating with sports articles, she would do the sports articles, but she reflect and showed that she was very cultured. She talked about how she went paddle boarding down at the ocean, and I was just really impressed with the fact that, again, I have had a lot of students come through, but not that many give it the thought and just being cultured as Selena was. So I really appreciate her, and I apologize because I cannot figure out why my volume is not working for Zoom. I guess I don't use that much because we're in Google Classroom, but I'm going to work on that. So Selena, excellent job. I'm so proud of you, and hopefully everybody can hear this, and I'll move along now. Take care.
Okay, well, great, Mr. Rossi. We're so glad you were able to connect. I know these are such difficult times right now, and we are all persevering as best we can and adapting to the times that we're in now. Well, we have heard from all of our students, and weren't their stories just amazing? So I know Sally always says when we're present in Sizzler to be sure, and because we're having breakfast, right? And so she always reminds us to keep our napkin handy because we may need the corner of it to wipe our eyes. And certainly we heard some stories like that today. Sally always closes with a quote or something from John C. Maxwell, an author. This is my version of the book. It's really just printed out. But today she wanted us to talk about the word initiative, which is from John Maxwell's 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. And I think when we think about all four of the students we met here and heard from today, the word initiative really does apply to all of them. In his book, he says, success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. And isn't that just true of all of our students? We heard from Kalani how she mentors. She's a mentor to other students. We heard from Selena's principal that she doesn't give up, and then she followed that up in talking about her mindset and what she puts her mind to. Daisy, her incredible involvement in the campus, how helpful and kind she is to Miss Bennett, particularly with her EL students. And Antonio, if initiative is not taking 15 AP classes, I don't know what else is. And then to add on top of that, everything you've overcome with your disability, young man, that is initiative. You can see everyone here nodding their heads in agreement. So we are all so proud of all of you students for being our Students of the Month. We hope that you will complete the application for Student of the Year. With that, I will close our program out today and remind all of our families that you will be able to find this program on the Paris Union High School District's YouTube channel. So you'll be able to share it with your family and friends at a later date. So with that, I'll say goodbye and thank you again on behalf of Mr. Bennett and the Paris Union High School District Board of Trustees. Bye, everybody.
Congratulations. Goodbye.
Bye. I hope everybody has a great day.